Welcome to an explainer on Kalapani territorial dispute between India and Nepal. Kalapani, an approximately 14 square kilometer region located at an altitude of 3600 meter, is bordered between the Indian state of Uttarakhand and Sudur Paschim region of Nepal. The exact size of Kalapani territory is not clear because it varies from source to source. Both India and Nepal claim the region to be an integral part of their territory. India claims that the region is part of its Pittorgarh district of Uttarakhand, while Nepal claims it to be part of its Dharuchla district. The zone in Kalapani, Lipulekh and Limpiyadhura forms a region of 300 square kilometer, which is extremely important because this is the place where Indian and Nepal border meets with China. It is very important geostrategic trijunction. Lipulekh Pass in Kalapani region also serves as an important vantage point for India to have an eye over Chinese movement in the region. India's surveillance capability of Chinese movement in the region is actually aided by the heights of Lipulekh Pass. This region is also very important geoeconomically. The valley of Kalapani with Lipulekh Pass on top forms the Indian route to Kailash Mansarovar pilgrim site. It is also an important traditional trading route to Tibet for the Bhotia tribal communities of Uttarakhand. The borders between British India and the Kingdom of Nepal was formalized by 1816 Treaty of Sugali, which was signed after the end of Anglo-Nepal War. As per the treaty, Kali River, which is also known as Mahakali River, was demarcated as Nepal's western boundary with India. However, what is meant by Kali River in its upper reach is not clear because numerous number of mountain streams comes to join to form a river. Sugali Treaty also failed to mention the source of Kali River, which have become a bone of contention between India and Nepal. Nepalis argue that river begins at the watershed. Watershed is nothing but any surface area from which runoff water is collected and drained through a common point. It is synonymous with catchment area. Based on this understanding, Nepal claims that the source of Kali River lies at Limpiyadhura as it is the place of origin of most of the streams. Hence, Nepal says that Kalapani and Lipulekh in the east of Kali River as its territory. But the Indian understanding is that river begins only at a place where all the streams join and not at the watershed. Based on this understanding, India claims that the Kali River begins only at Kalapani as this is where all its tributary streams merge. Hence, India say all the territory west of Kali River, including Kalapani, Lipulekh, Limpiyadhura as its territory. The discrepancy in locating the source of Kali River have led to boundary dispute between India and Nepal. Since the Indo-China War of 1962, the region of Kalapani is controlled by India's ITBP and is administered by India as a part of Pittorgarh district of Uttarakhand. Up to late 1990s, Nepal have virtually ignored the issue of Kalapani. Then for various domestic political reasons, Nepal started to raise the question of Kalapani. In 1998, both India and Nepal agreed to resolve all the border disputes, including Kalapani, through bilateral talks. Despite several rounds of negotiations since 1998, the issue remained unresolved. Nepal has also raised concern over Lipulekh Pass, which has been made a trading tri-junction route since 2015 between India and China, reportedly without Nepal's consent. However, India claims that Lipulekh Pass has been referred to as border trading point since 1954. In November 2019, following the abrogation of Article 370 and reorganization of Jammu and Kashmir, the Survey of India have published a new map in which, as in the old map, have shown Kalapani region as India's territory. This move did not go down well with Nepal government. The dispute gained more prominence when Indian Defence Minister Rajnath Singh earlier this month inaugurated an 80-kilometer link road in Lipulekh section of Kailash Mansarovar route, which is expected to reduce the travel time and distance for the devotees. Nepal says that India's decision to build road through an unsettled disputed territory is a breach of 2014 understanding between both the countries. Nepal is actually referring to a 2014 agreement between India and Nepal, which asked for foreign secretaries to work out plans through which outstanding border disputes of Kalapani and Susta could be resolved. Indian Ministry of External Affairs has responded to the allegation of Nepal, saying that the link road which runs through Pittorgarh district of Uttarakhand lies completely within India's territory and India is fully committed to resolving boundary disputes through bilateral dialogues. However, Nepal have responded by publishing a new political map in which the Kalapani region was shown as its territory. In recent years, Nepal have accused India of interfering in its internal affairs. The relationship between two countries have also deteriorated considerably after the unofficial 135-day trade blockade of Nepal in 2015. Having a border dispute with Nepal is also not conducive for India's internal security, as thousands of Nepalese are in Indian security force and millions of Nepalese have settled in different parts of India. In addition to that, India and Nepal also has an open border. It is clearly evident that Nepal is moving close to China, or at least using Beijing as a bargaining chip in its relationship with India. The bilateral military exercise between China and Nepal, called the Sagar Math, is vindication of Chinese growing influence in the region. This will allow China to have a firm foothold in subcontinental drama, which is not in India's best interest. Despite all the issues, India still enjoys great leverage with Nepal. India is the largest trading partner of Nepal, and both countries are also intertwined culturally. While both countries have made a lot of headways in its ties, some sensitive issues such as border need to be addressed very carefully. It is important that boundary disputes does not adversely affect the broad spectrum of Indo-Nepal ties. As Babasaheb Ambedkar have said, boundaries are drawn by cartographers, but settlements are made by statesmen. Let's hope that both India and Nepal show statesmanship in resolving this boundary dispute in a diplomatic manner.